Hello, gentlemen. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's a bit difficult to bring up, rarely discussed in public, yet plays a crucial role in men's health after the age of 50. What if I told you that something seemingly very private, natural, and somewhat sensitive, like taking care of yourself, yes, I'm talking about masturbation, could actually improve prostate health, boost blood circulation, reduce inflammation, and help you feel more comfortable and energetic as you enter your later years? Would you believe it? It might sound a little strange, maybe even a bit funny coming from someone in a white coat. But I assure you, what I'm about to share is based on real science, decades of clinical research, and true stories from many patients I've worked with, men who gradually regained their confidence, connection, and vitality in a natural, gentle, and shame-free way. And don't take your eyes off the screen just yet, because right in the first part, I'm going to reveal a silent character inside your body that most of us tend to overlook. But it's actually the key to many of the health problems you're currently facing. But before we begin, may I ask you something? Where in the world are you watching this video from? It always warms my heart to know who I'm walking with in each of these videos. Please leave a comment below, I read them all. And if you find this content helpful, don't hesitate to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can continue meeting again in the next videos. Now, let's begin with part 1. The prostate, the silent hero behind your vital functions. Part 1. The prostate, the silent valve that regulates intimacy and urination. Dear friend, once you enter your 50s, the prostate often starts becoming a source of worry, and unfortunately also a source of discomfort. This is a small gland located just beneath the bladder. Though it's only about the size of a walnut, it plays an important role in both the urinary system and sexual function. To put it humorously, if your body were a plumbing system, the prostate would be the central valve. When it works smoothly, no one notices. But if it sticks just a little, everything starts going haywire. Over time, the prostate tends to enlarge, get congested, or develop low-grade chronic inflammation, a condition known by familiar names like BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, or prostatitis. As a result, you may face issues like frequent urination, incomplete emptying, pressure in the lower abdomen, or worse, a decline in sexual performance. However, there's one thing that many people have never heard of, and that is, your body has actually been programmed with a way to self-maintain the prostate. It doesn't require expensive medications or strange equipment. And the interesting part is it's literally within your reach. In the next part, we'll explore why a simple, often misunderstood action like masturbation may actually be the key to restoring blood flow to the pelvic region. And that's something most men would never expect. Dear friend, if you're still watching this video up to this point, I'm truly glad that you care about prostate health after the age of 50. Please leave the number 1 in the comments below so I know you're still here with me. Part 2. The unexpected benefits of moderate masturbation for prostate health. Now let's talk seriously. Every time you engage in self-stimulation, blood flows more intensely to your pelvic area. And that's not just about feelings. It's a natural boost of circulation, helping to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the prostate and surrounding tissues. As we age, natural blood flow tends to decline like a stream drying up in the summer. But every time you reopen the flow the right way, you're giving your pelvic region a fresh wave of vitality, helping to flush out cellular waste, support tissue repair, and maintain the prostate's steady function. Besides that, here's something few people know. Regular ejaculation also helps reduce fluid buildup inside the gland, one of the silent causes of inflammation and heaviness in this area. When the prostate becomes congested, it's like a boiling kettle with no release, internal pressure just keeps building up. On the other hand, with a steady and moderate exit route, the gland stays lighter and cleaner, reducing the risk of chronic inflammation or abnormal enlargement. And that's not all. Masturbation also impacts the endocrine system by releasing a series of beneficial hormones like endorphins, which relieve pain and improve mood, oxytocin, which relaxes and enhances connection, and hormones that stabilize testosterone, all contributing to an anti-inflammatory effect across the body, improving sleep, mental balance, and yes, helping men feel like themselves again. Finally, consider this a part of your daily internal hygiene. Just as we brush our teeth to prevent cavities, naturally caring for the prostate helps prevent buildup and keeps the reproductive system running smoothly. In the next part, I want to give an important reminder, because anything, no matter how beneficial, can backfire if there's no healthy limit. And this is something many people often overlook. Part 3. Balance and awareness, the secret to caring without causing harm. Let me make one thing clear right from the start. We are not encouraging excess. Like everything in life, from eating and exercise to relaxation, moderation is the key to keeping your body working well and your mind at ease. And masturbation is no different. When done at a reasonable frequency, and especially when performed with the intention of caring for yourself rather than out of compulsive urge, it becomes a health-supporting activity. But if overused, done too often out of control, or as a way to escape emotions, it can lead to fatigue, discomfort in the private area, difficulty concentrating, and even feelings of emotional isolation. Think of it as a form of self-maintenance. And like any maintenance, it doesn't need to happen 10 times a day. Just do it at the right time in the right way and with clear awareness of what you're doing. That not only helps relieve physical tension, but also keeps the hormonal system, emotions, and overall energy levels in a steady rhythm. And if at any point you feel like you're losing control over the urge, or it's starting to affect your quality of life, don't hesitate to speak with a men's health specialist. There's no shame in it. In fact, seeking balance proactively is a sign of strength. Next, I want to share with you something even more profound, not just about hormones or intimacy, but a new perspective on aging and reconnecting with your own body. Dear friend, if you're still watching this video up to this point, thank you for sticking with me this far. I truly appreciate and value it. Please leave the number 3 in the comments below so I know I'm not speaking alone. Part 4, Daily Self-Care Small Actions, Big Impact on Aging Health. Let's admit one thing. Aging can make us feel like the body is slowly falling apart, especially the parts we used to be most proud of. But I want to be clear. Your body isn't broken, it's just entering a new phase where gentleness and understanding are far more effective than force or neglect. When you take time for small actions like conscious masturbation, not out of guilt, not out of stress, but as a way to listen to your body, it's no longer just a private habit. It becomes a ritual of healing, a way of saying to yourself, I'm still here, I still matter, I still deserve care. Reconnecting with the sensation of being in your body, with the ability to feel pleasure and release tension in a healthy way. That's one of the clearest signs that you're healing from the inside out. It doesn't require modern machines or luxurious therapies. Sometimes, the most precious things come from what is most familiar and simple. And if you're wondering, is this alone really enough to support prostate health? Then hold on just a little longer. Up next, I'll walk you through all of these benefits again, clearly and simply, so you can start a new journey. One where aging is not about decline, but about taking back control. Part 5, Self-Care is not shameful, it's power and ownership. Now you know taking care of yourself regularly, kindly, and consciously is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, it's a way to protect your body from the quiet deterioration that comes with age, especially the prostate, that small but mighty organ that affects your quality of life every single day. From boosting circulation, reducing inflammation, balancing hormones, to preventing glandular congestion, moderate masturbation is truly a natural, accessible, and cost-free way to support men's health after 60. You don't need complicated machines or expensive treatments. Sometimes the answer is already inside you, quiet, simple, but incredibly effective. That small act, when done with understanding and without shame, becomes your declaration that you're still alive, still feeling, and still have the right to be healthy. And if you've made it this far, perhaps you're also ready to take the next step, turning that understanding into real habits starting from today. To close, I want to offer you a few final words, not as a doctor, but as a friend who's been walking beside you on this entire journey. Part 6, your body isn't broken, it just needs a different kind of care. Let's be honest, sometimes aging makes us feel like we're coming apart piece by piece. But that doesn't mean you've lost your value or that your body can no longer recover. It's not broken, it's simply moving into a phase that needs gentler, slower, more mindful attention. When you stop seeing masturbation as a shameful, primitive urge, and instead treat it as a way to reconnect with yourself, it becomes part of your healing journey, not something to hide. Taking care of yourself every day through simple, repeated actions becomes the foundation for rebuilding confidence, comfort in your own body, and most importantly, that inner sense of being whole. And sometimes, to start changing, you don't need a grand breakthrough, you just need one small, timely choice. Finally, I want to share with you one last message, not as a physician, but as someone who has been right here with you through it all. Part 7. Remember, you are still whole, and you still deserve to be healthy. You know, taking care of yourself, even through something as small as mindful masturbation, is not just a physical act. It's how you reaffirm your relationship with your own body. It's a reminder that says, I'm still here, I'm still whole, I'm still worthy. We live in an era where everything is easily labeled as wrong or shameful, especially when it comes to private matters concerning older men. But the truth is, health doesn't discriminate by age, and self-care has never been something to feel ashamed of. On the contrary, it's an act of wisdom, of self-respect, and of someone courageous enough to step out of silence in order to live better. You don't need complicated or expensive solutions. Sometimes all it takes is one small shift, accepting that you have the right to care for yourself and choosing to do it every day. Dear friend, we've just gone through a topic that's often considered sensitive, but in truth, it holds great value for your health, especially when it comes to the prostate after the age of 60. I hope that after this video, you not only understand your body better, but also feel lighter, more confident, and ready to take care of yourself in a proactive way without shame or hesitation. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so I can continue walking this journey with you in future videos, filled with practical, relatable, and inspiring knowledge for healthy aging. Thank you for listening and for spending your valuable time with me. Wishing you health, peace, and vibrant energy every single day. See you in the next video.